All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, Nigeria Watch family. How you guys doing today? Thank you very much for joining us. Happy weekend to you all. Today is 5th March 2022. Thank you very much, my people. I've been so busy all day. I couldn't come on air, so I just thought I should bring this video to you all right now. What happened to Edo State citizen? The staff of Edo State Ministry of Transport actually combined together to beat up a middle-aged man in Benin City. I thought I should bring this to the awareness of the public and also to draw the attention of Edo State government to know what their staff are currently doing to our people, how they are handling our people in Edo States. My people, how on a day? We're just going to move straight to the point on this particular one. Before that, let me acknowledge you all right here. Please help us to share and help us to like this video as well. Press the thumbs up and let others know that we are here. Good evening to you, mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Thanks for joining us. Happy weekend to you, Mommy. Thanks for joining us. Cyber good evening to you. Happy weekend to you. Thanks for joining us. Merry Kimade, good evening to you. And happy weekend to you. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm going to be starting with this here. As you see, he was beaten up mercilessly by a staff of Edo State government. We need to bring this up so that others can see what is currently happening around us. As you know, things, a lot of people believe that they can do anything in Edo State and just get away with it, and nobody is going to ask them. Yes, but for me, I believe so much that there's law in Nigeria. The law can be pursued only if you know there is law and if you know how to pursue it. Thank you very much, Amayo Joy, Joseph, Iwuyo. I can see you as well right there. Thank you very much. God bless every one of you. Let's listen and watch this together. Please help me to share. I will appreciate that if you all can share with us and let others know what we are doing here. Thank you. God bless you all, my people.
Where would you so? Forestry for Ministry of Transport. For Ministry of Transport. Oga.
Sir, come on, sir, from the car, please.
The man is beaten by the officials here. I'm trying to hear from the man's own side.
He not thief money. He not do anything.
Hey, come.
Please video this side.
I want a video so that everybody know. They are running away from the camera.
Come out.
You can see.
Come out. They are running away from the camera.
Oga, what is happening? What happened?
Stand up, Oga. Me talk.
What happened? Let him talk to us.
All right, Edo people, as you all can see, sometimes I ask myself what is happening in Nigeria, what is happening in Edo State. Although our duty is not to bring down Governor Obaseki, our duty, our mission is not to expose or anybody, but to draw the attention of the State government to know what their staff are currently doing to innocent citizens of Edo State. This is absolutely wrong. It's disgusting. It's unacceptable to anyone. Please listen to this.
This man is not. He never recover for this beating.
Oga, what happened? What happened?
Yes.
Wetin happen? Where they grand here?
On top of your money, let me say it's thief. Let me say it's thief. Person not thief. They beat her. What if you call thief? What if they go do and they
Sir.
kill him now?
Hello, sir. What happened? Your name, sir. Your name.
Person not thief. They beat her. What if you call thief? What if they go do and now die now?
C'est flogging. What happened? Huh? Where this man na inside former Minister of Transport abi? Na me and dey so they say na the staff na beat am under the
they refusing to give him his change. Refusing to give him his change. He said that it's the
Just give me pidgin.
Yeah?
Speak to me in pidgin language.
The way he told me that he entered the bus.
Pidgin language. You pidgin.
He said he entered the bus. He paid for person join himself.
Okay.
So when they reach here now, meaning they give her in change, they no go give her in change.
Yes.
And the boss may carry am come now. Door he come dey comot. He come inside the boss dey comot. He was talking to the security man. And the boss dey comot to say never give her a change o.
Leave am like
They
that.
never give her a change o. Now
yes.
Let's look at the boss. That make him just provoke.
Yes.
Come begin dey pack tire for the gate. I mean make the boss for no comot. As look as they pack as they comot the tire. As the boss comot, he come dey pack. Then he take vest, pull cloth. Now you see that the security man now bring boys come, they come beat him. Why? They have no right to beat up a man. He not thief money, they beat him like this. What if he got thief money? What if they go to him? Now kill him now. See the poor man. On top of your money, they beat him like this. Merci, papa.
So let me see the head of who's the head of the department here so that we can speak to the person. Oga. Hello. Well done, sir. How about they? Wetin happen? Because of you, now people draw our attention. Wetin happen?
I was never from whether I say from something else, but I doesn't know those things.
Yes.
Well, you understand?
You are a stranger in this
They
state.
was carrying me from that's 100 now to this place. I mean,
yes.
Main road, I mean, something like that. I mean, living. So they carry me to this place. They say 100 now. It was one very woman that does not have money. They was very drag. Understand? So I pay for the woman.
Give me pidgin English.
I pay for the woman. You understand? That's looking too. But I don't know how much they pay.
Yes.
So I was telling the guy, say how much the money, or give me the change. He said I pay for 2 persons, something like that. I said how much? One person was tell the guy say give my change, something like that. Now I can't follow the guy. The guy say give my change, no sound. So we reach here now. I suppose they talk now, but something enter my mind though. But I leave the chain because the guy here Yoruba, I know see me I hear Yoruba. So even the guy, the man, whether I'm driver, I don't know. He speak Yoruba. I can say I see your brother here. One time the guy say speak to your brother. Even said this is not the come from my mind. But now the conductor, I see conductor, the get man.
Yes.
So what we call the talk now? We call the joke. Right? I don't know what the conductor cost me. What I say? Even this motor not give me change.
Face me.
Even the conductor not give me change. That's nothing. What call it that? I can't say make I go enter motor for this place after this upstairs. I can't say okay. I know money because by the time the conductor go ask me money, make give me the something like 50 and 70 now. They don't give money. Say make I dey go. Make I dey go. I come say I no fit go now. Even when I come dey come out, come I say I can't tell them. I say I can't come back again. Say I no fit go. I say see 3 persons don dey flog me koboko. Kpa for no fear. Gba. Even bed, sleep bed. I don't know wetin dey flog me. Don dey flog. Me I want just naked for that place. One person come hold me. I say no. When they come to flag, I say wetin I do? Now they come. Now this get one come dey hold. Say wetin I do now? He say show me I don dey show myself since. I don dey show myself. All this kind of thing. You understand? Now I can't put my trousers. I only can come remain. Yes. I say pull and say I can't dey naked. I dey naked for that place. I dey naked.
Your name, sir? Your name?
Friday now.
Friday. Omoyi, you are a Benin man.
Delta State.
Delta State.
Kansas.
Okay.
Under this thing.
Well, I just want, now the matter carry me. I just want to hear your own version so that I'll go meet the leadership here. May I ask a question? Them is willing to talk to me. In fact, I've greeted some of them. They kept mute. Like this lady here never talked to me. I actually wanted to know who is in charge here, the head of the department. So they are all walking away. They are all walking away. I think this one. I think the state government and the commissioner should be aware of this matter. So as soon as I finish what I'm doing now with the police, I will get the commissioner informed. And thank God there's a number here. I think I will have to call this number. I have to call this number. Okay, here's the staircase. Okay, let's go. If the man is drunk, is that why he should be bullied the way he was bullied? God, my brother. Come. This one be like who drink? He's drunk. Come. See and see. They not touch him. See bet. See beating. Say to bring your back. Bring your back. See your back. See here. See here. See man.
Get man. They say they not beat him.
See
they say not beat him, but see person.
But it was him and the security man.
See bet.
They don't have the right to touch this man.
See beating. A fellow Benin man in his own land will be bullied by his own people.
In his own land, beating a grown-up man like this.
I don't know. Yes.
Why?
Because the guy not tell me say he go give me change, but I was don't know.
They want you change. You see the motor they come out.
No,
you see the motor they come out. You go land now.
The guy not say he go give me change.
Entry movement on transportation services.
You can pay any person this stop. You
don't be the drag. Me, I don't take that. What would they drag?
Oga, don't take that as an excuse to bully this man. Don't take that as an excuse. And if you are a security man, you are behaving like this. If you are a security man, you are behaving like you ought not to be in this complex. You ought not to be in this complex. If you are a security man, you don't know what to do in every situation. You ought not to be in this complex. I'm telling you, if you don't know what you are doing, you gang up and beat a Nigerian up like this because you are wearing his uniform. You beat up a Nigerian up, and you are still making mouth. Oh yeah, come.
If I don't say no,
that's security.
I see the security, so now it's still
Come.
You understand? I'm not drunk.
Even though the man is drunk, do they have the right to treat the man like this?
Now he call people beat me. I said,
he's even saying it.
Okay, now.
The same number.
Give me the transport.
The same number. Even say give her some of the money.
Now you call the invest. I said invest. Now convert, no transport. I was okay. Why they don't flog me like this? Now convert. Because of the flogging, now convert. Now come naked. Now naked throw the cloth. You understand? See the gate man here now.
Oh yeah, go show me the gate man. Go show me.
Let me there.
Yeah, let's go.
If they want this man to come on, I'm ready to do it. I see your body.
Can I pick the money? Not with this one wait there here.
Wait, unless the people shall wait.
Okay, no other one here.
You come now.
You come.
Okay, throw this camera. If you are a man enough. Wait, now this one. Say now this one. Wait. I want to record the face.
Wait.
He says this man that order is beating. You talk to this man now. Oga, this man accused you saying that you order is beating. Oga, this man saying that you order is beating. You are hiding your face. Hiding your face will not save you this matter. Are you listening to me? Come on, Nancy. This man saying that this man order is beating. He said it's this man, yes. And he's hiding his face. He said that he order round.
Come on, the office make come.
You hear from the authority. You hear. You push who? You push who? Oh God, you push me.
Get out.
Push me. You push who? Me. You don't tell her for work. Wait the man. Mo go police station. Come on, let's go police station. Let's go to the police station. Are you a law enforcement agent? What are you all to do as a security man? Are you not to involve the police? Are you not to involve the police? Are you not supposed to involve the police?
I'll cover you now too.
Huh? Don't you have one? Don't you have one? Oga, come.
You are free to come here. I didn't owe you this gate.
Call this man. He'll go.
Why will you move when you're giving me steps?
Come. We'll go station.
Wow. What a shame. What a big shame right there. I'm speechless. I'm totally speechless. As you can see, the behavior of that security man right there, they combined together to beat up this middle-aged man. Just like this, regardless of whatever that happened, I'm not sure Edo State government gave them the right to beat up anybody. I'm not sure Governor Obaseki will give them any authority, any kind of authority, any kind of right to beat up anybody. You see, when Governor Obaseki was coming to power, the number one thing that makes Edo people cried and voted for him is because we don't need Agberus anymore. At the moment now, we now have Agberus in uniform. Many of them are now wearing uniform and causing others pains. Many of them are now under uniform and still doing the same thing they used to do during the time of Oshomole. I wonder how we are going to stop this. The best I can do is to continue to expose them. That's the best I can do. I don't know about you. If you share this video now, for example, you are joining me to expose them. Yes, that was my representative right there. Leftist Amawo Sagbonawaya. You heard him when he told the security man that he should touch the camera because it's not everyone you can push over. We are doing our job. We know what we are doing. Like we have always said on this platform, it get the way we take day. Everybody get the way they take day. You cannot just say, okay, I will push you out, I will touch your camera, I will break your camera. It's not possible. You cannot do such thing. I appreciate the braveness of my representative because I can do more. Edo people, the best, like I've always said, you can do to support us to continue to expose these devilish people is to continue to help us to share our videos. We have our brother right here. I guess you have one or two things to say on this. Mr. Israel Asemuta, good evening to you, my brother. How are you doing? Before that, Israel, hold on, Israel. Before that, let's talk to this person on the phone. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, madam.
I'm calling from Paris.
Thank you very much, madam. What's your name?
My name is Precious, sir. Precious.
Okay.
I don't know if you're on live video, sir.
We are live right now. Are you watching us or you are calling for something else?
Yes, I'm watching because I saw you on YouTube. I'm watching, but I'm calling for something else. I don't know if I can call you later. I explained for you before coming to live video to discuss this, sir.
Okay, just give me a brief of why you are calling. You don't need to say everything. Why are you calling?
Okay. It's because of my land in Nigeria. They are dragging it with me and they want to collect the land with force from my mother, with force.
In Nigeria or in Edo State?
In Edo State.
Whereabouts? Which community is that?
Oha community.
Oha community. Okay, madam, please send me audio. Because if you don't send me audio, if you write me, I might not remember to see because I have a lot of messages. Send me audio and then we'll take it from there on this particular number, okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye. All right, my people, we don't want to be distracted. This is not about land grabbing right now. We're talking about the innocent man that was beaten mercilessly right there with just because he asked for change, according to you. You heard them. So I would like to talk to my brother Israel. We have our brother here, brother Nice as well. But let's start with Israel first. Israel, my brother, how are you doing today?
Good evening. I'm doing well. I don't know the kind of good evening, my fellow Edo people. I don't know the kind of human beings we are in our state. It looks as if we are in a lawless state. I don't know, what has this person done to deserve this? He hasn't stolen anyone. He hasn't done anything like an atrocity that will warrant this kind of thing. And you see, security agents are now training themselves to be, thugs on the street, causing people's pain, just asking for change, resulted to you humiliating a grown-up man like this.
Sad.
These people should be arrested because they don't even know their duty as a security agent. Security agent does not mean you must take the law into your hands. Because these people are not properly trained,
exactly,
they are not given what they are supposed to do in the society. In everyone that is watching right now, wherever you live, you've seen security agencies. These are not police officers who are supposed to maintain law and order. They are different functions. If you find anything that is not right in this guy, hand him over to the police. It is not your duty to carry out the job of the police. Or this is not even the job of the police to hit someone. He has not even been found guilty of anything. This is how we have reduced ourselves. It's a shame.
Big shame.
We should start telling, you see, a lot of us were debating yesterday. Most of the people that we're working with might think we are just playing there. No. Our people should know that if we don't start talking about all this injustice, our country is moving into a different state entirely. This is chaos. At least we should have human sympathy. What has this guy done to deserve this kind of humiliation? I think we should report all these things to the proper channel. The authorities should be notified about these things. This is just, it's not right.
We're already on this.
Nobody understands what is called law. Security agents are not taking the job of someone else. They don't even know why they are there. They don't even know their functions. They just wear the uniform. You can even see him talking to the cameraman and even harassing the cameraman. That is an assault.
Very rude.
Where is who employed them? Where are they? Who are they working for? They should all be included in this case because they are not giving their appropriate function. They don't even know what they're doing. They've assaulted somebody and they're even claiming their right. And he's even telling the cameraman to go and check what the meaning of a security personnel is. And this is it just looks as if people watching now is you are actually trying to claim the power that does not belong to you. just because you are being given a position or to say to guard somewhere. Has this person committed any crime? No. But you humiliated him, you assaulted him. Now he's being on the social media. That's a humiliation reduced to its minimum. It's very unfortunate. I think the authority should go into this kind of things and start, let the people know their duty, because the citizens are the ones that are receiving this kind of pains. They don't warrant this thing. They didn't call for it. It's just speech. When I saw this thing, I look at the wounds inflicted on this person, just because he doesn't have anybody to talk to. Or thank God we have you have a cameraman there that was able to see this kind of thing. These are evidences that can put them in jail. Who gave you the right to put your hands on them? A lot of things need to be put into our society, especially when it comes to law. People don't understand what is called law. They just violate it because they are wearing uniforms. Wearing uniform does not give you the right to inflict wounds on anyone, regardless of what it is. Even as far as to the police. The person is not found guilty. It must be found guilty by the court of law. Where it's just unfortunate that this is kind of a society that we have built for ourselves. But this generation should know that we must put things right. Otherwise, we have no time. I'll leave that for now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Israel, my brother. I appreciate you. Brother Nice, good evening to you, my brother. Thanks for joining us. We are just only going to be here for 10 minutes. I appreciate both of you for joining me to talk about this. This is what we want. Brother Nice, please talk to us. What's your take on this?
Yeah, good evening, Nigeria Wash. My take on this is that, in fact, this issue make me speechless. So I don't know. They see the situation of this man, and they still have courage to be this man in this kind of situation.
Exactly.
That means that these people, they don't have feelings anymore.
They
don't have human in them anymore.
Exactly.
If I'm a security officer and I face this kind of person and I see the kind of situation this man is, I will not touch this kind of person. I will even take him to a restaurant to give him food to eat. If our security officers, if they really have conscience, they're supposed to treat this man, ask him if he's sick or if he's healthy, what is his problem, to assist him. Seeing this man alone, you will know that this man is in difficulties, that they still have the courage to be this kind of person. That's to tell you that our country, the conscience is, they don't have conscience anymore. They have sold their conscience, both the politicians, both the police, both the masses. You understand? They don't. I still remember when we used to love ourselves. When Nigerians still have conscience, they used to look after each other. But today, where are those conscience? It's nowhere to be found. Out of 200 million that we have, the ones that have conscience today, they are not up to 5 out of those 2 million population that we have in Nigeria today. This is a nation where a child can have a heart to use his mother for rituals, his brother for rituals, his friends for rituals. That's to tell you the height of what I'm talking about. You understand? So that poverty, a nation where there is too much poverty, this is the result. People will sell their soul. They will not have conscience anymore. All this thing that is happening now is too much poverty that is causing this anarchy. Too much poverty. Both the police, both the leaders, both the citizens, the commoners. There's no conscience anymore. You understand? The only hope of a common man is justice. But that justice, you cannot find it in Nigeria anymore. There's no justice. You understand? It's very painful and it's shameful to the authorities. You understand? They should listen and listen. If they continue this way, Nigeria will turn to a zoo. It will turn to animal kingdom. You will not see. It's a shame that NSAS have not teach all those police anything. You know that hunger used to graduate. When people are passing through this kind of situation every time, this injustice, that anger will accumulate to the extent that it will graduate to some level. People will not take it anymore. It will result to that kind of problem of NSAS. Then the masses will not face them again. They will start killing them. They should trade and trade carefully, these policemen. They should trade and trade carefully, because the one that will come again is going to be worse than NSAS, because the anger is graduating gradually again now for what they are doing now.
Yeah, the anger is growing.
It's growing because somebody that will see this video now, that person will have anger in him. Another person that will watch it, that one will have anger. Those anger will be graduating gradually. Before you know it, it will explode. Then you will see something like NSAS again. And the one that will come again will be worse. Both the military, no one will survive it. Anywhere they catch all those security, our security, and wherever they catch them, even police, they will not be spared. The one that will happen again. They see the one they lose during the NSAS. They see how many police that died and so are militaries. But the one that will happen again is going to be worse than that one if they don't treat carefully.
Brother Nice, I think we as a people, especially we that lives outside of Nigeria, we have a lot to do. Time is running out. Honestly, looking at this thing, we need to come together as one people, having the same common goal and aspiration to really put this thing into order. Because as we are talking now, some people might look at it to be like, what are they saying? Honestly, it is deteriorating. Both the security apparatus or the police or anything that we are having in our society that is protecting lives and property, they need to be given a proper understanding of what the law is. We here in Diaspora, we should have what we have seen here, the experience that we got. We need to bring it back to our society so that they know that these things have what is called steps. You cannot find somebody on the street, you cannot, because you are a security man and you start abusing them. It does not give you that right. Whoever is employing you must give you a proper training of what you need to do. Most of us that lives in diaspora, whenever we are going to our various work, we have what is called trainings. You have what the do's and the don'ts. And these people must be trained regularly on what they are supposed to do to help solve the problem in the society. Because we are lacking a lot of things right now. And the society we have today, the time does not wait any longer. The more we know this thing, the worst is going to become.
Brother Israel.
Yeah.
What you said, you are quite right. You have said it several times again. You understand? It's very important. The first thing now, this election that is coming now, election is just by the corner. Let them choose, let the youth rally around Omoyele Sowore to change the system, as you used to say. Then, before then, because I don't see anything good that will come out from this man that is in power now, or Buhari. Before Buhari will leave power, there are going to be anarchy, there are going to be injustice, there are going to be this kind of thing. Nothing is going to change. So what I'm saying, this what is these people, these our securities, they need to treat carefully, because if they don't treat carefully, what is coming from them again is going to be worse than what happened during NSAS.
Yes, that is exactly what we are talking about
They
now.
need to treat carefully.
When we are talking on the debate, we're talking about the system. Now, looking at this footage, do you think a proper system will work like this? Or wherever anybody that is watching us right now, that is listening, wherever you live, just check around you. Have you seen such kind of things happening like this? If the system is right,
not done anywhere.
You
it's not done anywhere.
Even if the police stops you wherever you live, have you ever seen the police using aggressive words? They will even put something like, "Sir, how are you?"
Let me tell you, Israel. Let me tell you, Israel. Do you know that even in the Western world, a criminal, they still give a criminal his own rights?
Of course.
If they arrest a criminal, the police that arrest that criminal, he has to investigate and bring the proof.
That is what a system.
You understand?
That is what it stands
don't
for.
have the if
All right,
you
I'll
if
go
you
back to both of you. Let's talk to this person on the phone. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys right there. Good evening to you, my brother FA. Thanks for calling us. Talk to us. How are you doing today?
All the time on the debate all the time. We are not enjoying this thing again. It's not you and your history and the rest. Let's take the common man's. This is not all the time. We are enjoying the call and the debate. Not the debate you guys are always doing. You get your Friday debate. We have left that Friday debate for you guys. Let's talk this. You do it as Niger Wars, because this is the only platform we always get applied on, not your normal DB. You don't all the time share the link. Not everybody has access to your link. We are in Nigeria, Nigeria, not like the other side that you have access to your link and the rest. Some people links can be cut in, and the network, not even the network, the tariff of buying data and the rest can't be on YouTube.
So what are you suggesting?
The suggestion is sometimes when you are looking, these other people are there that can look for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, that they have got the message and they can call into this too. I don't know if you understand. Sometimes the network will be so devastating, you can't even watch it in the end. Not this year all the time, people you just share the link. Cool, let's go back to that normal call. People see call, you can see call moving there, you know the traffic will be on.
Oh, okay. I understand what you are saying. You are saying that I don't give room for callers anymore, right?
You don't give room for callers anymore. Not all these debates, the history, what's this called making up. We don't see. Let's bring it back, please. I beg.
That's a good review. We'll work on that. We'll give more priorities to callers now.
Yes, to callers than, because even your debate, sometimes when you do your debate, sometimes I don't even watch again, because your debate, you paste your debate on the panelists and the rest. So sometimes it gets boring. So we just because it's just like if you are not there on the link, but sometimes we'll have to share our own view outside of.
Okay, get boring to you if you cannot contribute your own view, right?
It's not like we can't contribute. Sometimes the link you say is 10 people, 15. Before you get the other person is already there.
All right. Yeah, but you can still contribute on the comment section now.
The time is using to complain now. Can you contribute now? You are using it to complain.
Niger Watch families, I greet you. Let me just contribute on this. This is Bini for you. Everybody has gone so gaga to the extent. Even the poor, even look at the person that is beating someone today, does not even have dignity, or it does not even have anything. But this is the political this is what they have given us. The bitter part of life that everybody has to just be at their own take. Anything they give you, you have to defend them with what's your life. This is what they are doing. There's this man that is beating someone. He's suffering. Look at his face. He cannot even. That even man is not even better off than this person that is beating now. Thank God for that woman that stand up. That's Nigeria for you. Like what someone just said just now, that the next NSAS will be, the next is not NSAS again, it will be revolution. Because people are coming. Look at that woman. She didn't even have anything, but she spoke out for someone. I thank God for that woman. God bless her. That's the only thing. The only Nigeria was give people time to talk.
Okay.
God bless us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. All right. We have another caller who was calling us earlier on. Let me call that caller back. Although I see points from what this brother was trying to say, because I also noticed that we don't really give enough room for people to call in like that. Because when the debate is
Naja Wash, it's not true. You treat everybody fairly. That is not true.
Okay.
There is a time you used to put your panelists in pose and you pick all those people's call. We will stay and listen to them. You treat everybody fairly. That guy don't know where to start from. He's just complaining.
Okay. All right. We will try to be talking to people now. It's just that sometimes my panelists engage the floor and it get more interesting, but still, the way we used to pick calls before, where it was only calls, if we have to do that, my panelists will not have the opportunity to say anything at all. So we have to balance it. If we are having a debate, for example, and I give room for 20 people to call in, I think it's fair. All right, I think it's fair. Israel, what do you have to say about that?
Well, like we always say, we are all Nigerians. Everybody is subject under the law. So the law applies to us. The law applies to him, everyone. He has his point. We also have but this is not a debate. This is a discussion. If he watches what is on there, it's a discussion. So you can come in and discuss and say, well, that is what we're doing. We're not debating here. So he has his point. So we might also listen to him. If he wants to join as well, he can also join. So like he said, I wanted him to give us like a solution, but he also provided his own solution. But regardless, we also have to listen to him as a concerned citizens.
I like what he said. He said, according to what Brother Nice said, he supported what Brother Nice said that the next that will happen in Nigeria is not going to be NSAS. Said it's going to be a revolution. Do you agree to that, Brother Nice?
I'm telling you, that's what I told you before. I said it's going to be worse than NSAS. I told you before. If it happen next time, if this thing is set next time, it's going to be difficult for the authority to stop it. You will see. I'm telling you, because when you push people to the wall, oh God, I just pray that it will not happen again. I mean, I'm not praying for it, but these people should treat carefully. They should understand that the people they are oppressing are still suffering. You that is oppressing person, you are suffering. The person you are oppressing is suffering. So they need to be very careful, because if this thing starts again, you know how many police will lost their life for NSAS with soldiers. So may they use that one and learn.
Thank you very much, Brother Nice. Thank you very much, my brother Israel. I so much appreciate you all. Whenever I want us to discuss this, what it means is that I don't know it all. So I want to learn from you guys. I want to see your own view, your own perception, what you think about what I'm presenting to you. I like the fact that now, Nigeria Watch platform, we all can, contribute and say it, analyze it how we think it's supposed to be. Because even the blind can see that what happened on this video was very wrong. This man you are seeing on the screen right now is a security man who thought that he have the power to beat and not beat anybody. It's so bad, so sad. We have a caller before we go. Hello, good evening to you. Thanks for calling us. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Hello, Nigeria John. They call from Italy.
Thank you very much, Brother John. Talk to us, sir.
I see this man, the way that they beat this guy, the way that they beat that guy, they think they surprised.
Sad.
They somehow, because I don't know where that our country they go. Security go do it, police go do it, this one go do it. Everybody want to the claim saying that them be Ozumba, of which is not bad, it's not good. This security work, I know how many years I take one. Here for Europe, as a security, you don't have the right to even touch person.
Exactly.
To push and say come out, you don't have the right. If you try and hear, just for eyewitness or camera, if you don't fall, say you push and you say you beat him. So I say, I don't see waiting person go even just say it just. You just carry, just come people say they don't beat person like that. See that man, at least no matter if you drink or you do anything, you see the way it be. First and foremost, if now real country wait is the work, yes, you call police come. I don't know what they do if now ambulance they want come for around, they want to rescue. Not the way you could don't beat that man like that. Because the work, like this thing when they tell you so, day before yesterday, that happened for me for work. One Italian man where I work, I tell him immediately when I public place, he call they play music. Don't play music, you know here. Nothing as so as you know what I want this your music, go out. I escort and come out. The next 10 minutes, I see the police stand with me. When they say I don't beat her. You understand me?
Okay.
Luckily the police call look camera, they call say, I wait for beat you. He said me they call ambulance, so they call, he say your hand. He said I don't fold the hand, two of your hand, go back. Say hand go reach his neck, now so just they talk the pain out. When police look who they talk, the next thing they come write document and do everything. They tell the man say no enter this store again. So you don't have that man, that security man at least. I mean, where if they fit carry and go the necessary appropriate this thing they carry and go, that man have to be disciplined.
Yes.
They don't know their work.
That's why we are exposing them now.
Which how you don't beat person like that? What that's what they say they beat and they go die. They go say na mistake.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you very much, sir. Yes, sir. Good night, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Naija Wash.
Talk to me.
Hey, brother, nice. Please, I will try to beg you. Try to start sensitize our people now, right from now till that election that is coming. The way you did for this person, Governor Obaseki. You understand? So you have to start using this platform now to sensitize our youth, so that everybody should rally around the Omoyele Sowore. Because if these whole people win again, it not go easy again. You go rough for this one. This suffer where they don't first suffer. So may we try, more speak to the youth now. Make everybody rally around Omoyele Sowore. May we take these whole people come off power. Make these things what they see so may change.
Before we
may this evil change.
Let me just call Mr. Naija Wash. Let me just quickly call Mr. Brother Nice, and thank you for that. But you have to know that the channel belongs to everyone. You get me? So when we're talking about sensitizing, we are not going to just because we say this one, let's just go. Let him come and present himself to the people. Yeah. We are just the people. So it is the people that decide. That was part of the discussion, the debate we were saying yesterday. We cannot, we as a people, we cannot just rally around Omoyele Sowore just because of this. You must present yourself to the people.
Is among what I'm saying. Yeah, you know, Naija was said it the last time. He said he will bring Omoyele in the platform. So we will ask him question. Then if we are satisfied, then we will know what to do from there. So it's better we start speaking and he has to speak to us, then we know what to do next. You understand? So it's part of what I'm saying.
Yeah, what I was trying to help you with was like, when you say the word sensitization, it means we are not going to use it as a political way, because the platform belongs to the people and by the people and for the people. We are standing for the people. We are not here to kind of governize on one person. If anybody is bringing their own manifesto to show us, that is fine. But sanitizing, when we say sanitizing the people, it means that we need to tell them what is wrong in the system so that it can get to the proper authority to put this thing in place so that the people can live freely in the society and exercise their rights as citizens.
Yeah, I understand what you are saying, bro. What I'm trying to say is that we should try and start telling people, vote the right person now. Vote, another opportunity is around the corner. Vote the right person so that you will.
The only way we can know who is the right person right now is for Omoyele to come here first.
Yes, but you said it, you will bring him. That's what I just said now.
Okay,
so that he can speak to us. We will speak to him.
Yes, we are already working on that. Let us prepare our questions down, because one thing about bringing Omoyele here is not going to be like a distance notice. It's just going to be a short notice. Okay, it's just going to be like in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be on air with Omoyele Sowore. If it comes to the worst, that's how it's going to look like. But if the opportunity is given for us to give a distance notice, like, okay, my people, 2 days from now, we'll bring Omoyele, I will also do that. But I think if it had to happen, it might just be like a straightaway thing. So whoever that's available that very day will join us to ask him questions.
Yeah, it's not only Omoyele will come. When it's close to that time, you will see other people with strong spring up, other candidates that is brilliant. Some of them is in America, John Lumilu, all of them. Some of them will come out, so we will still bring them to this place.
Dele Momodu.
Dele Momodu, we can still invite Dele Momodu. We can still speak. If Dele Momodu, if he's capable, we can still vote him. He's still a young man. He can work. He can work. So
that's why we need to hear from them first.
We need to hear from them.
Yes.
This your platform. Me myself, I know what this platform did for re-election of this our governor, Obaseki. And with no money that Diaspora pump into that election. So this platform is doing a great job, even though these people don't appreciate.
Exactly. Some people don't really know the impact that we played in Obaseki re-election. But what they see is like, oh, we criticize Governor Obaseki. It doesn't matter if you're my father. I worked so hard for you to get there. If you're not doing the right, of course, I'll criticize you. But the beautiful thing about it now is that most of the things that we have criticized Governor Obaseki for, he's doing it now. The only thing I really see right now that is left now is two things: land grabbing and the insecurity. Fulani. That's it. So most of the things, like most of the dilapidated roads and all that we showcased on this platform, Governor Obaseki have done them. So that's the power of criticizing the government. Is your right, in case you don't know, is your right. So stop adding emotions to say, oh, na elderly man, not author. It doesn't work like that in government.
Now the problem where we get be that people too they use sentiment. If you they see our debates, you still see people with sentiment. So now if they kill that Nigeria, sentiment is too much. Ethnicity. If you talk to this one people, he go want me. No. It's a problem, man.
Hold on, my people. We have somebody on the phone right now, and we hello, good evening to you, Mr. Bennett. Thanks for joining us, my brother. How are you doing today?
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
I'm good.
Love channel from here.
Wonderful.
Hey, see, man, the reason why I called in, I was listening to the program since, and Brother Nice just said something that really struck me. It's about Omoyele Sowore.
Yeah.
You understand? See, if since 1999, we have not concluded that this APCs, they are evil. It's like we are not ready. You understand? Because it is not all about we should wait for somebody. Let me take an example of maybe Uganda. Omoyele Sowore in Nigeria is just like this guy in Uganda, Bobby Wine, or this guy in South Africa, the Malibu girl of the EFA. It is not we should be rallying around and be asking who is the right person. Omoyele Sowore is the main guy. But for me as a person, I don't know other person's opinion, because this guy has been on ground, has been speaking the truth. be telling people that this Nigeria politicians, they are all criminals. We should change that. Unlike what Mr. Israel normally said, man, we should be tired of these two people. You know, apart from that, this other guy that is in PDP, we know that he's a good guy too. You know, what's his name? Dele Momodu. You know, we shouldn't look at the party for now, but we don't know what is going to be after maybe we vote him in as a president, Dele Momodu. But at the end of the day, I think we should all stand firm and just pick our candidate. The other guys that are coming out, what's his name? The other guy from that they say he lives in America. These guys are not be on ground. They'll not be struggling with us as in be on this struggle. They only come out when it's election time. But when election Dele Momodu goes live every time to talk to Nigerians. You know, when election I'll be on ground in Abuja. I think every reasonable Nigerian should know that those are the two guys. Despite that Dele Momodu is a PDP. You understand? Those are the two guys that we should pick from. That's my own opinion. Other person might have a different opinion.
Of course, it's a beautiful.
Person, they are all crooks because they've been in the government and the situation we are facing now. They've been part of it one or two way. You understand? So that's my contribution.
Of course, thank you very much,
my brother. You are spoken well. God bless you.
Omoyele Sowore is a big pride, and they have made all of us proud. We have to give him a chance.
Anybody that does not still understand that Omoyele Sowore, I don't care whether some people will say he's having pride or this or that. Man, if you don't have pride, you can't fight this people in Nigeria.
Exactly.
They are not ready to give up. All our politicians are like Putin. They are Russians and Putin. That is who they are. You cannot defeat them with by now a young Nigeria. We say we never know who put on them. No, we should just decide, because if we decide now and start running around the show, the way we did Obaseki, at least it will go far. It will go far. It will hit them. You understand? So that's what I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother.
My brother, you see all these our people, all these Nigerians, that they always look for candidates with bag of money. So usually not get money to throw around. I make all of them they turn their face one side. If to say now those politicians now, even though say now old man, as far as they get money to throw around, they go they run follow on. Now the problem where they get, when they don't chop all their birthright finish, they'll do the suffer. They'll come they cry, they call people with the diaspora. May they give them money, may they take it. If this one pass them by, may they not call anybody for diaspora.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's welcome in here our brothers who just joined us right now. Before that, we have people trying to call in again. Okay, Efe calling us back again from Ego. Mr. Efe, talk to us. Go ahead.
Hello. See, I'm going to use PG for this one. See, if the last caller we just talked just now, he said now he does talk the right thing when I want to talk. But I want to let you know something. Say Nigeria don't wise. Say Benin election open the full Nigeria. People Buhari say we not go fit go with that one we call itself Tinubu. It's over our dead body. We know say our birthright again. Even the North, they don't tire. They are tired too. Not like the women. They are tired of what they are doing. See, they are tired because if they are often preferring good luck to Jonathan, which is not coming back. We know say good luck now, this thing. But we are fighting. You're letting when Nigerians they fight. I mean, we don't need old man for there again. But we pray for the new young man, make it do something for us. We are praying for good life, good light, infrastructure, not even roads and the basic amenities of life. That's what we are praying for. Light, first light. If Nigeria can get light, we are fine. First light. Second, first light. First light will bring more infrastructure to develop Nigeria. With light, other countries are developing with just light. Forget anything we are finding now. We know say we now say man will never get wife. See the one way get bad leg. You first say that one now better woman. First, make we get light, because light will bring support development. Forget you, we are in those that are in the Western world, they believe that the Western world has already been developed at this point, but we just need one first, light. Not even the rules and what they are doing. With light, if Nigeria have light today, even we Nigerians, we can develop Nigeria with just light first. Forget them first.
Exactly.
Even just let's have just that light first. 24 hours, you see people will come. Because now the running of diesel generators and the rest in Nigeria is costing even the Nigerians more because of foreign developers. They won't come. They won't even come. Even if the light is more, the tariff of the light is higher than what we are getting now. But we won't mind. We are Nigerians. We have been bearing since. With that, we can find our way. We are Nigerians. We know how to find our ways out of any situation we have. Let them just give us light. We're talking about Shower is a young man. He has been fighting since with Abiola and the rest. But I know. But I know about this other man from the PDP side. But you know the PDP blood. You know, say not the born better chief na chief. Which not the born only God they make. God will see change them. But at least me they hear us now. They hear me they cry like the more other Nigerians. Anyone who white but not be Tinubu, I not support her. I not feel support her because for me, I'm a young man. I not feel see one old man of almost 80-something years when one cost Ruby. Right from time Obasanjo, the Kosi Yaradua died. The next thing good Lord Jonathan, they still use based on the way they use them. But I can't set my bed right again. I don't pray me to enter. I don't talk about a sickness because normally everybody will get old age. I don't laugh at, but you need to go rest with it before. If I did that kind of age, I need to go rest with my grandchildren, or if you see one fine baby on the skin,
exactly.
Go sports for me, they rub my prick, they go small. I don't need to dig greedy like because I don't make the money where I don't feel. If I feel if will be governor for any my states today, I'll be fine. Where they go, one day I go there and give this fucking money. I don't know what these people they use this money to do. I don't know whether they will use golden casket or anything to bury them. I don't know what they find out. Must I be president? Must I be anything? Well, after that, if I don't come up for this, life, what I could be tomorrow. So I don't support that man. I don't cry about his sickness. Everybody will reach that age. Everybody feel sick that kind of sickness. Nobody feel the last person with his sickness. No, that one. But it's too old to run. Nigeria is just too. The problem in Nigeria is too big for. It's too old for. It's too big for him to handle. We need a vibrant person, just like European presidents now. See the way they did vibrant. If they enter the battlefield, see how much cheat that man will die. The cheat president will die. Last year. You see this, he was in the battlefront, still fighting. Before they said a straight bullets and killer. You can see people that they are vibrant. We need vibrant people that will rule Nigeria, not charlatans, not forget to say our governor West today, our state today. The man is vibrant. That's why you can see him every day in shyness. He still held his views, he still tell you this. Obaseki today is still telling you the situation of the economy, even if everybody has his own opinion about him. Everybody, for me, the man is still trying his little best because there are more problems in the life to everybody to settle. I beg. I still.
All right.
Thank
you, my brother. I appreciate you. All right, then. God bless you. Thank you very much.
They don't still see light.
They see light to Israel. Israel, they don't see light for Nigeria watershed. Nigeria, no go there. Sir, you where they see us, so may you talk because we never hear from you since.
Nami?
Yes.
Talk to us.
I agree to you now. Thank you for accepting me. So that is it.
You are our brother. We are always brothers.
So, if you see what is going on, we have to thank God for our life. First of all, there's what's called fundamental human right in practice. And that fundamental human right in practice, I met it in Africa country, not even here in Europe. whereby if you grow up in that society, you understand that raising up your hand against any other person, there is a very serious penalty for it, for doing that. So, and that country was Cape Verde. You understand? Hello? Are you people hearing me, sir?
We are hearing you.
We are hearing you.
That is a complete African country. Then
all right, my people. Now NEPA don't seize light for my head again.
We don't talk as it.
NEPA.
You're welcome.
Now Nigeria deal NEPA don't seize light for my head, as I already told you. So NEPA, they just season for my head. Meanwhile, let me by myself welcome my wonderful people here who just joined us right now. I have our brother right here with us, Midwest Republic. Thanks very much for joining us. And I called, let's discuss this, and you all are here. I appreciate you all. I have Imagodo right there with us. Thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you for joining us. And I have Mr. Joseph Sunday with us as well. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to be starting with Midwest Republic. Midwest Republic, I guess you were watching us earlier on. You know, all these things that is currently happening right now in Edo State or happening to every one of us in Nigeria is the result of a failed system. What can you say about this Midwest Republic? Talk to us.
My brother, thank you very much. You just mentioned the word system. You understand?
Yeah.
If you look at the whole situation, we don't have a system to address any issue. Until we embrace system, we are not going to come out from this mess. Even though if they employ angel to come and rule Nigeria, I think one thing that is obvious to happen is that they may likely even corrupt that angel. Yeah. Because the system itself is not there to help the land. So it's a very big problem. And all the time we use this platform to campaign for system. And if the state government want to help us, let's talk about our land. They should start addressing the system to identify our problem and introduce a system to treat it. Because the system is what controls people. If we look at our experience in abroad, it is the system that controls us. There are some certain things we want to do. In the process, you will understand that if you don't do it according to the system, you are going nowhere. So you will be forced to approach it with the system. But in our place, people don't believe in the system. We are looking for, like what that guy said, we are looking for one rightful person who will believe that will be a saint. It will come and change everything overnight for us. My man, if the person is not talking about changing the system, there is no way the person is going to change our life. Now, let's talk about fundamental human rights.
Yeah.
Before you become a police in Nigeria, they will teach you these things. You will write exam. You are not to beat anybody. You are not to collect if you arrest somebody, there's nothing like payment to bail. All these things, they are there in this. Even in the police, they will write it there, yeah, we don't collect bail. But the system allowed them to collect it. So that's why they are collecting. So, but what they write about the place is different from what they practice, because the system, though it lacks checks and balance. That's why they have the chances to do that. Now, if you're in the street in our country, if you are not a healthy man, you are not a flencher, one person can just hold you. Whom are you talking to? Before you know it, they are gang up, they will beat the person and tell you. If you can't take it, they will even tell you, you know how many people I don't kill? I will kill you. And nothing will happen to the person if it's influential. So you can see that the people have, used that survival of the fittest character. That is what is reigning in our society. Today, we can't talk to the governor. You just look at the system. The masses cannot say, no, this is not right. We want to challenge this man. You are not getting it right.
Even a common security man is the one that beat up an innocent man now on this program.
Except that man is influential. People are there to back him up. That's when he's going to get his justice. Now, for the security man, we tell somebody is there, go and tell that one will stand for him. They will be waiting who will come. You can see that the law is not working. If the law worked for every one of us, that in that country, our brain will be relaxed. Most of the problems we are just facing are just problems created by the government itself. But every time they try to come out to, enact something as a solution, and when you look at what they are doing, they believe in commanding. They don't believe in introducing a system to address an issue. I will give you an example. Yes, I was watching a program Edo State can no longer protect what is it called? This Okomu Reserve anymore. A lot of illegal settlement for years. People are not even claiming it as their own land. Then people go there, they log a lot of wood from that place. Now they were showing a place yesterday that some community there, the governor went there. They saw the Gedu and all these timber that they caught, and all of them were there. The governor said, "Oh, the people now complain that the vigilante are the one aiding these guys that are doing this bad thing." Now, the governor now said, "I banned the vigilante. I will set up a vigilante among you people." You see, everything is based on everything is based on what I would call autocracy. They don't believe in a system to address issue. If these vigilantes is 1 year, at least 6 months in a class where they have to learn theory, 6 months for training, and their own characters, they are what is it called? They are all these police characters and everything record. The government is able to have it. I think they will have sound people that will help the governor to achieve security in all areas. It turn a blind eyes. Instead, they even select some among them, be paid them, the ones that are inflation. Now you are disbanding and you want to raise another group again as a solution. You can see the way they handle things is our greatest problem. So we in diaspora, we need to focus on how we can reach these people to continue. First of all, we need to enlighten our people that, look, if you want electricity, they must introduce a system to regulate electricity. If you want water or any infrastructure, they must introduce a system that guarantees transparency, accountability. That is a true infrastructure. But if the infrastructure is governance infrastructure, it cannot account to the people. There is no transparency no matter what they are building. It's just nonsense. They have a lot of money to spend, but they don't have anything to account for it. Because the system allowed them to swallow the money in the name of we are developing people's life or we are developing our land. And our people are very gullible because they are expecting much from them. Whenever they even put sand on the road, they start clapping. Imagine, let's come to electricity. You just complain about electricity now. They said we have our own electricity now in Edo State. If you ask people in charge, how many kilowatts do people consume in Edo? They don't know. Because the only way you will know the kilowatts that people consume is for you to give meter to their houses. And at the end of the month, when they pay, the government will be able to total it, because if the Minister of Finance is in charge, is intact, they will not see, because the company have to report. That is how capitalism function here. They have to report to the Minister of Finance their sales every month. Then the governor will be able to see the total kilowatts that are needed to pilot Edo State electricity. Now we don't have electricity, but people are paying bills. If you fought that to the government, they will bribe it and they will make their way. People every day, every month, people pay bill, but how do you calculate this bill? No meter. Or Igbo way bring the electricity. After they distribute and they carry meter follower, our own, we draw the cable. Then at the end of the month, the government and those companies, they collude together, they start sharing bill to people, exploiting our people. Just look at your situation. We are talking here today now, we're on this line. If we organize this thing, if it is our place, they will go and gang up. What can we do is to go and fight them because they are saying the truth. So for me, only God can help us. Let me give a chance to another person, because it's very heartbroken that now people cannot move freely in our place. You have tout and agbero everywhere. And these are the things they campaign that they are going to stop. Is it we now in diaspora? Is it we that is introducing these things? It's because the government turned a blind eye. They don't know how to handle it. That is it.
Thank you, Midwest Republic. I appreciate your contribution right there. Okay,
Najawash, I want to quick ask you something. Are you in Benin?
No, I'm in Lagos.
Okay. I want to ask if you people have any idea. This Oshomo power plant and that Azuri power plant, who are they serving? I think they said they have already supplying it to Edo State that they are working. So what is happening to?
Is serving the Edo State government right now, and I think that's it. You know, and they're using
sorry, excuse me, the street light.
Street light as well, yes.
There's some area where they have street light.
So the people are not enjoying the Azuri.
No single person is enjoying it. And those the government and for this and the street light. That's it. Hold on, we have a caller right here. Good evening to you, Mr. Chris. Thanks for calling us. How are you doing today, sir?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing
hear
today?
me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, talk to us.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for this program. I'm Chris. I'm coming from Dublin.
Thank you.
You know, I want to support the last caller. I just finished speaking, and that's Midwest Republic. You see, everything, the success of the development of these Western countries is all based on system. And as soon as we are able to recognize that, that's only the time that we'll begin to move forward. We are just only deceiving ourselves with all this little road construction here and there, left, right, and center. If you don't put the proper system in place, there's no way we are ever going to move forward. You know, that's why that's just the only issue I have with the governor, Obaseki, for coming to power. And he came to power, even the little system we have in place is destroying everything. Look at the legislative system. He has destroyed that. Look at the local government system. He has destroyed that. He has refused to conduct election. You know, so how are you, like I keep saying every time, how is it possible for one man to run the affairs of one full state? A state of 5 million people, just like the Republic of Ireland, where I'm calling from. We have about 5 million people here. You have 160 members in their parliament, which is supposed to be like the House of Assembly. And they still have local government chairmen all over the places, helping the governor to run the state. But look at what we have. The system we have in place are not being utilized. It's just a case of an autocratic process. One man feeling that he's able to do everything all by himself. Like this timber problem now, he was not even supposed to go there. The local government chairman in charge of that local government is supposed to be the person that will go and handle that. Look at the robbery that happened in Edo Central the other day. People are saying that Obaseki didn't go back. If there was to be a local government chairman, the local government chairman is the one that's supposed to handle things like that. So the thing is that if we don't build a system in place, all these retire roads here, the good street lights for here, all are just camouflage. They are all canopy. If another person comes who doesn't believe in things like that, you know, the process will start all over again. Like we have said repeatedly, there has to be a system in place. If you even look at the laws of these Western nations, there's something that I've discovered. They don't place much emphasis on people that commit crime like robbery or things like that. But if you commit a crime that sets out to destroy the system in place, any crime that tries to bypass the system, the punishment is usually very, very maximum.
It's life imprisonment if it is finance. In like in Scandinavia, it's finance. It's life. There's no joke.
Yeah, it's exactly what I realized that there was somebody that he was fighting with another person and the person died in the process. This guy went to jail and after like 3 or 4 years, he came out and he was rehabilitated. You know, but compared to people in government offices that try to bypass the system in place, you know, those kind of people, they put them to long-term jail. They just take them out of the society. That's to tell you how important a system is. So that's what some of us have been saying. There is no way, there is no excuse that you could have run a state for this long without the House of Assembly, who are supposed to checkmate, irrespective of what has happened. If you are saying that they refuse to come and take their position, what about the local government chairman? What did those ones do? That you have refused to conduct election for them. How is that even possible in the first place? And this is against the constitution of the country. It's against the constitution of the land. It's against the goodwill of what the constitution envisaged that's supposed to be the best way to administer a state. So the thing is that emphasis has to be laid on system. There has to be a system in place. Without that, every other thing they are just doing is window dressing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother Chris. I appreciate you. Thank you. You guys heard Brother Chris right there. Emphasize more on the system. The system must be restructured for things to work in Nigeria. If not, and the talk about forcing iron hand now we need. So meanwhile, I'll move on. We have more people who just joined us right now. Let's talk to Mr. Imagodo. Mr. Imagodo, are you there with us?
Yes, I'm here, Mr. Najawash. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening to you. Thank you very much, sir. Please, what do you have for us? Talk to us. I guess you watched the previous video, and do you have anything to tell us about it?
Yes, I watched the video. Sincerely, I'm really enjoying this program,
Thank you.
and I want to thank everybody that have contributed so far. Sincerely, we have all spoken well. We are actually agitating for a good system in Nigeria, which is true. And from all we've said so far, we've actually identified that a major problem in Nigeria today is because there is no system or brand to check whatever we are doing here in the country. But when we're talking about system, sometimes we still refer to maybe a governor that is not doing well, or a president that is not doing well, or a minister that is not doing well. All these are just an effect of a system that is not working. When you have a bad governor, the problem is not the governor, the problem is the bad system. When you have a bad president, the problem is not the president, the problem is the bad system. So the governor, the president, the ministers, the commissioners, and the rest, they are just the fruit of a bad system. So when we try to change one president because he's not doing well for another one to come, or change one governor because he's not doing well for another one to come, what we are actually doing is we are actually fighting the effect without tracing the cause of our problem. And as long as we continue to fight the effect and without giving our attention to the cause of our problem, we will still remain where we are. Like one of us said when he was talking, I think in the Midwest Republic, he said, even if you bring an angel to become the president of Nigeria, it's just a matter of time. The angel will soon become like a Nigerian. Now, if you take everybody in USA, in America, bring them to Nigeria, and take everybody in Nigeria to USA, I am telling you, those that you are bringing for USA to come to Nigeria, as long as the system still remains the same, in short, they will, at least, they will kind of join the system that is already on the ground, and the whole country will still remain the same. So if we want to actually solve the problem of Nigeria, where do we start from? We go back to our constitution. As long as we are still operating with the 1999 constitution, we are not going anywhere, sincerely speaking.
Thank you very much.
Whether Showore come or the other one come, or whether old man or young man come, as long as the 1999 constitution is still there, Nigeria will not go well. 100 years from now, Nigeria will still remain the same. Sure, we will go worse than where we are today. So the problem is actually the constitution of Nigeria. Our problem is not our governors, our problem is not our president, our problem is not our commissioners. All those ones, they are just as a result, they are just a fruit, they are manifestation of a weak and a bad system. So if that system still remains the same, we'll keep having bad governors, we'll keep having bad presidents, we keep having bad ministers. When Showore become a president, assuming at the end of the day, Showore contested and he won as president, the House of Assembly is still there, the National House of Assembly is still there, the House of Senate is still there. So can Oshowore, assuming, I know he has good intention for the country, no matter the intention that Oshowore has for the country, as long as that constitution is still there, he will not be able to do that, sincerely speaking. So we have to go back to our constitution. That is where our problem is. Our constitution is not actually giving us a system that will help us to fight corruption. It's not giving us a system that will help us to regulate the excesses of our public office holders. So as long as that constitution remains there, we will still remain where we are. So our focus now should be channeled towards fighting the wrong constitution that we have, not even change
Can
the
I
president.
ask you one question, brother? Can I ask you one question?
Yeah, just give me time, sir. Let me just quickly round up. You ask your question, sir. Yeah. So
Okay.
we should channel our attention right now towards the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And who are those saddles to do this for us is the House of Assembly. And this House of Assembly, they are not ready to do that. Now, we just heard about some days ago of how they rejected the bill that was sponsored to stop a public office over their children going out of the country to school. They rejected the bill. So as long as we still have that constitution, it's not going to work. As long as we still have these same evil people in that House of Assembly, we will still not get to where we are going to. 20 years time, what we are discussing now in Nigeria world, we will still be discussing it. It will be worse than the condition that we are today.
Even the gender bill was rejected.
It was rejected as well. So we have to go back to our constitution and start the remedy there. We start the solution there. The solution is not even our president now. The solution is not even changing the governor now. Because if you remove them, another one is still going to come. When Buhari was coming, nobody thought Buhari would be what will take us to the level that we are now. We thought Buhari was our messiah. And this show already that we are also seeing as a messiah now. By the time it come after 3 years, after 4 years, you will still discover that we are still where we are. So the problem is not even changing the people handling our politics now. Our focus should be on the constitution. If we can change the constitution of Nigeria and make it to become something that take into consideration that will help us to fight corruption, would have gone far. Would have gone far beyond where we are today. And to also respond to the
okay, let me ask you my question. Let me.
Hey, I'm coming, sir. I'm coming, sir. Please.
Let me ask you the question.
Just some seconds. Okay. Go ahead with your question.
Okay. First question. I just want to brief the questions. First question: is it the Constitution that is against probing? Is this the Constitution that banned the leaders not to probe the one that the former leader that was corrupt? Is it the system is it the Constitution? And the second question, is it the Constitution that said they should not impeach any leader that is not performing? Reply me.
Okay. If the Constitution is the one that says they should not impeach any leader that is not performing, do you know what it takes, the process that impeachment goes through before it finally gets
It's a long process, oh.
It's a long process. It's not you just wake up one day and you say you want to impeach somebody. Now let's take the issue of this Edo State House of Assembly.
And you must have a two-thirds majority.
Yes, in the House. Let's take this Edo State House of Assembly crisis into consideration. I heard Mr. Washington Sifo saying the other day that ever since the whole issue started, the court has never sat one day for the case. And 4 years is already going for their tenure to expire. Okay, you can see the way the whole system is now. Okay, so impeachment
this man, what is his name? This governor of Edo State, he said he went to inspect a contract that Oshomole abandoned, and he said he's going to probe Oshomole. Till today, did not prove it. Is it the Constitution that said he should not prove it?
It will not work as long as the system is still there. The whole system is still there. It will not. If Obaseki will spend his 8 years to prove Oshomole, nothing will come out from it. So it is better he should face government and forget his proving.
Obaseki was a part of that government now, so how can he be proving the government he was a part of? Sorry, now you understand Nigeria.
He will still be proving Oshomole without, we will not be able to get anything from it. So the system will not even allow him to do that, because at the end of the day, the vote will still come along party line. As long as I am an APC member, definitely if any vote come, I will vote in favor of my party, even if it's against the interest of the public. If I'm a PDP member, if the time comes to vote, I will vote for the interest of my party, even though it's against the interest of the whole state. So
God bless you, my brother.
Anybody as it stands today now, Obaseki coming out to say he wants to prove Oshomole, even if he stays in politics for 20 years, he will not be able to prove Oshomole. And when you are talking about proving, don't forget about the court system that we also have in Nigeria. Okay, it can take them 4 years, 5 years, 6 years to be sitting on a particular case. He will not even get the end of the case. So proving, as long as Nigeria is concerned, is a waste of time. And to respond to the issue of electricity,
that led to our independence of the judiciary.
Yes. To respond to the issue of electricity that one of us also raised just now about Azura power plant and Oshomo power plant, it still boils down to the bad system that we are talking about. Do you know that no electricity company can distribute light to any house in Edo State apart from BEDC? If any company do that, they will take them to court. Because as it stands today, it's only BDC that has the monopoly of power to distribute light in Edo State. So if any other company tries it, it will take the company to court and it's going to win the company. And that's the problem with Oshomo power plant. Oshomo has electricity to some extent that it can supply, especially maybe the community that is close to where they are located. But they can't do that now simply because the law of the land as of today only gives that monopoly to Benin City Distribution BDC to distribute light in Edo State. So no other electricity company can do that. Now you can imagine a situation where you have that kind of law on the ground. Where will the competition come from? And as long as there is no competition, definitely we'll keep suffering from where we are. I'm in Benin City, I'm from Edo State. Every month, I know how much I pay for electricity bill, and yet I don't see the light.
But do you have meter, first of all?
No, we have meter care. There is no meter. They won't even.
How do they not know the kilowatts you consume?
That is where the system is bad.
And another thing you have to look. Yeah, I agree with you what you have been saying about constitution.
So it's not about our president, it's not about our governor. We have to go back to our constitution and start.
But someone have to start something. Someone have to start it. If the governor listen, if the
when there is no foundation, the foundation is the constitution. If any governor
God bless you,
the constitution, they will remove that governor. So whatever governor want to do, you have to follow constitution. You have to follow the constitution. So as long as the constitution is still there, definitely there is no, you cannot really do much because it's going to restrict whatever you want to do. You must follow the constitution. So long that bad constitution is still there, we are not going anywhere. So our power now should be channeled towards fighting the bad constitution. If we are to begin to recall our House of Rep members or House of Senate members, if they are not ready to change the constitution for us, it is for us to start recalling them back, then we all should start the process. We shouldn't even be focusing on the presidency now, because come 2023, we will still get another version of Buhari for another 8 years again, as long as the constitution remains the same. What we are just changing is we are changing the
we reject that too, in Jesus' name.
No, it's not. No, it's not about prayer. It's not about prayer, sir. Okay, when good luck was there, we never thought we had a president that is worse than good luck. But it was during this Buhari now we now discovered that when we were with good luck, we were like in Canaan, we were like a promised land. Now good luck, Buhari has taken us somewhere now. Only God knows where they're going to take us to from here. So the problem is the constitution. Let's channel our energy, every angle. Let us be speaking against the constitution. As long as the constitution remains the same, we are not going anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Mr. Chris, are you there? Mr. Chris. Okay, Mr. Ben.
Good evening, all. I hope you can hear me okay.
We can hear you, sir. Go on, sir.
Thank you very much. I want to believe that this platform, people are allowed to. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Brother Ben.
Thank you, boss. We wish him, my brother. We wish him, my brother. I want to believe this platform is a platform where we can tell ourselves the truth.
Exactly.
And so I'm going to say what I believe is the truth. And this is not to attack anybody, but this is to tell us what we should expect. You see, you don't change a country by prayers alone. You have to do the hard work. This will not happen in Jesus' name. That will not happen in Jesus' name. It's a complete fallacy. We need to be honest with ourselves. And I'll make some 3-4 points quickly because of time. Now, we are about approximately 1 year to the next election. Brothers and sisters, anybody that has not been preparing to take over power since the last election that is coming out now is wasting his or her time. Nigerian politicians are devilish. You see, they start preparing for the next election after the last election. All this your Mati Uroide, all of them, they've been at the Senate for like 3 times now. They want to go back. You think it's just starting to prepare to go back today? They've been preparing since they won the last election. That's number one. Number two, Shore, fantastic guy. But between me and you all, he's not going anywhere near the presidency in a year's time. And I'll tell you why. And this is the reason. Whether we like it or not, I don't like any of these two political parties, but the next president of Nigeria is either going to come from APC or PDP. You can do 365 days fasting and prayers, it's not going to change it. Do you know why? Because our politicians are devils. And let me explain why I say that. Before Buhari won the last election, do you know how many times Buhari had been contesting? He's been contesting 3 times. And each time Buhari contested 3 times, the minimum number of votes he had was 12 million. Yet he did not get to power until he went into bed with Tinubu. That was when he was able to get over the 12 million vote threshold. So if somebody like Showore is going to come out now, how many votes is he going to bring to the table? He can become a perennial runner for the office, that's fine. Maybe in 2042 he will get it.
But the youth is majority now. If you rally around, you can win.
Brother, let me keep going. Just give me 2 more minutes. You see our politicians, do you know how much they give all these youths? Our politicians, they send some of these youths to universities abroad. Look at TVC station. Who owns it? It's owned by a Okay?
You are very correct.
They send people abroad to study. They come back home. Somebody is doing wedding ceremony, they pay for it. Somebody is doing burial ceremony, they pay for it. You don't take power by saying you are. No, these people are they're devilish. So the point I'm making is, if somebody like Showore is going to come in now, let's say there's election now. Let's say we have 10,000 polling units in the country. How many polling units can Showore get one person to man on election day? Because if you do elections, you need somebody to, let's say he has the vote in the bag. You need somebody in minimum of each polling unit to look at the numbers that are being collected for you and write the numbers down and send it to the central office where you do your own collation. So how many polling units do we have in Nigeria for the next election? Let's say we've got 10,000. How many persons can he get in each polling unit? And let's say each polling unit, each person is going to get 10,000 naira on election day. 10,000 naira times 10,000. How much is that? Okay, let's say not all the 10,000 will get 10,000. Let's say half of them will get 10,000 naira. How much is that for the election day? How much? Where is he going to get the money to do that? And also, you see, hold on, sir. 1 second, sir. You see, the mistake most of us that live in the diaspora make is this: we tend to think Nigeria is where we live. We need to stop doing that. It's very easy to get soaked into that. Oh, Nigeria. No, Nigeria is not like where we live in Denmark or UK or America. No, Nigeria is a special breed. Look, let me give you another example. Before Buhari could win in 2015, they had to go into cahoot with other thieves inside the PDP. That tells you what we are fighting against. We are fighting against. Look, now that Buhari had to go into bed with Amechi, going to bed with Okorocha and all of them, how can he fight corruption? He can't. So it's going to be very difficult for somebody to just come from somewhere and say, my name is Omoya Lady, just like that. So that's it on that. Now, you also need to remember something. You see, one thing we do as Africans is we do ourselves a lot of disservice. And this is what I mean by that. As Africans, we don't study the West, but the West studies us very well. If that's why if you go to certain places, you see School of African Studies, this and this of African Studies. We don't study them. About 2 or 3 years ago, I saw a tweet online. The UK ambassador to Nigeria tweeted and said, "Today I am in Abuja and I am visiting the national leader of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his house in Abuja."
With pride.
Can you imagine? A whole ambassador of UK to Nigeria is going to visit Tinubu in his house. You need to ask yourself, why is she doing that?
That one is corruption.
Because they know, because they are foreseeing who is likely to take over after Buhari is gone. And they are trying to put themselves in line to be in good books with the man. Who do we study on our own end? We don't study anybody. We're just there. We don't know nothing. World events happen, and we just take it. How price go up, go down. We just take it like that. We can't lobby. We can't do anything. So these are some of the things we need to think about. And lastly, the country needs to be restructured. But you see, the issue of restructuring is such that if you're benefiting from the current system, why do you want the system restructured?
Thank you very much, sir.
If the restructuring is going to make you from benefiting to no longer benefiting, it ain't gonna happen. And secondly, it's very rare for you to see people who fought in the Nigerian Civil War who support restructuring, because at the back of their mind, they think you want to balkanize the country. So you also have that issue to contend with. So for me, just one more point, sir. Just one more point, sir. Look, and I'll give you a very good example, and I want someone to be very honest with me. So let's say 2023, Showore wins election. How many senators is he bringing with him? How many members of the House of Rep is he bringing? Is he going to rule Nigeria with executive order? You can't do that. So we can't have people who just turn up, rock up a year or two to election and say, I want to run. Who is going to be in the House of Rep? Who is going to be in the National Assembly for you?
Let me ask you this question now. You
Yes,
as
sir.
a youth, as I'm hearing you now, you are a youth. If election come now, are you going to vote a youth like you?
It depends on your antecedent.
Are you going to vote Showore?
That is where your manifesto comes in.
Chief, let me tell you something. When the election is called, look, let me be honest with you.
The youth are the problem of Nigeria. That's the problem. We don't vote.
I'm not saying, my brother, I'm not saying we're not the youth, but you see, the only let me tell you the only thing. The only way the youth can have their way is if we operated a parliamentary system, such that the youth will become a member of a party. APC will stand, PDP will stand. So let's say, hold on, sir. Let's say we have an election now. APC 40%, PDP 40%, Youth Party 20%. Obviously, there has to be a coalition. When you have a coalition, the youth will say to APC, if you want us to come in bed with you, this is our terms. We say to the PDP, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm. Well, but we had parliamentary system before 1966 interregnum. That was what we had. But that's what I'm saying. So the only way, because you see these politicians, they know how to divide the youth. They know how to. It's easy for them. It's easy for them to divide the youth up. That's the easiest thing to do. All you have to do is give people money here and there.
Thank you, Mr. Ben.
And that's why when you go on Twitter, people are fighting one another because of a politician. You don't see Atiku's kids fighting one another on Twitter. It's me and you. Yes, sir.
We have a caller right now. Just hold on for 1 minute, okay? Hello, good evening to you, caller. Thanks for calling us right now. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, they call for Gemma. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. I bet, what will be your name?
Yeah, my name is Osaze.
Mr. Osaze, I beg, talk to us. How you see this matter with Dateable so?
Yeah, now the matter I want just choke math, and I won't contribute to waiting one of the panelists they try to explain to Showore. The problem is as simple. How we fit to encourage ourselves to get with you the plan, and how we fit to encourage ourselves to define what we not get, so that we will get that. This for Showore issue will be said. The kind of talk where they always come at each of any time Showore issue come. We know they see encouragement for the guy. We always they see he not get followers, he not get fans, he not get agility. But you they relate, me they relate. How you want to get followers? Then we define changes for the government. Just say it go hard both of us. You come at me, come at that one come at. The followers who will define we don't see. But you they relent, me they relent. And so Showore want to get followers. And so want to collect the government for the bad leaders. And this is more they only encourage ourselves. And more also stand and stood up for this same guy we come at. Not before we do they say no, you don't get followers, you not get agility, you not get ginger, all those things. If you not ginger now we could do that. If the agility not there with now we could put that. If you not get fast now we could be fast. And this is more they always encourage the guy. And more stand up, more stood up to ourselves. Not to the say, because most times, by the hear those things, really will not figure what you the back for that country. Because if you see and all those leaders, all those jagaba, now the same thing, the same they follow us, that make the year of them. Yes. The same they follow us, that make the Zagarit everywhere where they go. We will also stood up. with this same man, make them know say yes, he still get people. 219. I know how many people when I come for house, friends, brothers, sisters, when they say I fit still talk to them, listen to me. I tell them say both also person like this, social worry. So people say they're not one, but I try to make them to understand. Say this guy come for good, and these are us to do. Say bros, and because of you, the same thing with this one, you feed one, you feed one. And these are without encouragement, without people don't say you don't win. At least today, if you don't win, tomorrow you will win. And these are if you see this year now win it, they flag up. You know, if you compare last year, see the card we did with this year, past last year. I beg now waiting. I just want to people not the those who they discourage ourselves. We will stand up, we will stood up with the man. I beg now waiting. I just want.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. We have another caller right now. I would like us to talk to someone else before we move on to my panelists. Okay, I think we lost that caller. Okay, that was Mr. Bennett already. Mr. Bennett, good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hello? Hey, brother, man. See, it's like we never already changed this our country. You understand? Because some people till now, they still they doubt the thought issue already. Let me give you a proper example. You know, Tango, you live in Europe. Most of us, you know, we all live abroad, and we are very familiar with soccer, which is football. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know. You remember when the big clubs for Europe, we won something called Super League. Super League, they want to pick the Manchester, the 6th biggest club in England, some for Spain, like 4 for Spain, 3 a bit 4 for Germany, about 4 for Italy, you know. They want from Super League, you know, maybe they just do on their own. They'll come with the big boys. You know, you remember how the soccer fans stand and say no, that they are rejecting that. That means teams like Leicester, Leeds United, Birmingham, and the rest, they will be nothing, they don't get followers again. Everybody stands firm and make sure say me this thing, that Super League not get ahead. I think that is the way Nigeria should be thinking now. Instead of coming up on live should be saying show red is not this, is not that. Are we not tired of these leaders that have led us to where we are today? Are we not tired? People supposed to be coming that show red cannot do this, cannot do that. If show red become the president, he's going to lobby people and make him and let him be on his side. You shouldn't be worried about the Senate and everything now. You understand? You know, if these guys refuse to work with Showore, now we vote them in. All we need to do now to disturb them. Look, man, you need to work with the president. This policy that is bringing is going to help all of us.
Yeah.
You understand? We shouldn't be thinking that the senator or the legislator, they're not going to work with him. We should be tired of what this is. We shouldn't be talking. Man, I don't really understand why now, this time, we go see they negotiate with all these evil politicians that have led us where we have today. It doesn't make no sense. You know, that's why I see the talk and say, man, we Nigerian leaders and some of these Nigerian youth, they are like Putin. They are like Putin because they, you know, they cannot use the
Thank you.
brother.
Thank you.
You know, I don't really understand.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Thank you. All right, I'll stop the callers right there and move back to my panelists right here. But before that, I would like to start with Mr. Joseph on this. Mr. Joseph Sunday, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you, sir. Please, what is your take on this topic that we all are currently deliberating on?
Good evening to everyone. I thank you people for giving me this opportunity to contribute here. I think everybody here that has spoken, they have spoken well. First, I think the issue of our security is what brought us here that we are talking today, is the topic over there. And their character, the character of our leaders, these are what is reflecting on our security agency in the country. Just as our people are talking about the system, because the system allowed them to do so. That is why they are doing so. And you can't do them anything. Like, for example, we, the people who are the citizens, also contribute to our problem, some percentage. I will give you an instance. Like in police station, the right bail is free. You see where they arrest person, maybe that person commit crime or is an innocent. Instead of that person to follow the right process, they want to corner the process. He will be bailing himself with money because he want to follow the right channel, the wrong channel, just to corner it and leave there. He don't want to be brought to book or to follow the right place to make sure he prove his innocent. He will say, I don't have money, oh, I don't have money, oh, I'm a poor person, but he will see that money to give to police and bail himself will contribute to our problem also. That same money, he can use it to take lawyer and fight for his rights. But he decided to take the money and give it to police so that he can leave quickly in that police cell. So the police will collect it because we encourage them to do so. That is for my own issue on the security agency. Now we are talking of Showore. Politically speaking, just like we all have said in diverse opinion, it is not about Showore as a person. The issue of Nigeria is not about an individual. It is about our constitution. Because even though you still vote for Showore, I will give you an instance. If you still vote for Showore, it's just like you upload something in YouTube, for example. Maybe what you upload offend some person, and when you don't even mean, you don't have any intention to insult anybody. When you finish uploading it, you say in that your statement, please, I don't need insult to, please just contribute your opinion. As fast you have uploaded it into the internet, you cannot control the people on their own opinion, what to say or what to write at the comment section.
Yeah.
That is how politics is in Nigeria. Even though you vote Showore in there, you cannot stop Showore party from PDP or APC decamping to that same party. These same vultures, they will come and devour that party. That is it. That's why I told you it's not about the Showore or an individual. And another example, I always tell you in this channel, go and look at EJ. He was a former House of Rep member, Agbonarima, when he was anchoring a program some years ago, whether in ITV or so. People thought he's a messiah, but when he got to House of Rep, did the people in his constituency really gain the really benefit of dividends of democracy? No, that is the truth. Now, let's take it to this our Obaseki that we are talking about now. Obaseki, we all clamor for him to come because we felt he's being oppressed, because we felt he's the right person for the job. Today, what are we facing? Is it what we expected that we are seeing? No, it's not. I think somebody was complaining just now that it did not conduct a local government election. House of Assembly, look at the way it is. No, you can't complain. This is a country where we are. We thought because this man, he come out to be right person, we think he's really the right person. Can you tell me who is the right person? No, you cannot. You cannot predict who is really the right person because you are not in his or her mind. Don't take it by what he's saying that. I'm not saying that Chowore is not good as a person, but it's not really by an individual. The issue of Nigeria is more than an individual. It's more than a person. It is when the system is okay. We cannot be using a military, which is autocracy constitution, to govern a democracy government. It can't work. 1999 constitution was put together by militaries. It was put together by military officers and some few criminals who are not military officers. So it can't work. That is the truth. And when the system is bad, whatever you put in it, cannot work. Just as some people have said, if you like, carry angel, come. Those people who are corrupting the system, they will still decamp to his party and corrupt.
So what do you want the Nigerians to do now?
The Nigerians, I've always said it in this program. Let us not be condemning Buhari. Your problem is in your doorstep. Now you have a governor. You have a House of Rep members who are representing you. These are people you are supposed to tackle. I watched ITV this afternoon when they were anchoring concerning this Russia and Ukraine fight. A young guy that was speaking, he said he's very, as in, he gets surprised each time people are speaking. They always condemn the center. They always condemn the federal government. When your problem is in your doorstep, he said he have never seen any day Buhari sees the federal government, what's it called, the allocation that is supposed to go to his state, he sees it. No, he always give it to them. And the money get to your state. What is it used for? You cannot ask question for your person to account for it because it's your person, you cover him. He asks a question. Those that are crying money for Biafra, is it that the money that Biafra is supposed to develop with is not given to them from the center? It's been given, but what is it used for? We don't ask questions. If we keep saying the center, if you like, let it be that each region control their resources. Those that are looting it will still loot it without the good constitution. Now, I hear that even though this Buhari was saying, even though Buhari is not good, I don't even think he's good. I'm not saying he's good. I know it's not good. Even though it's not good, he tried to put some things that are supposed to be done constitutionally in place. You see a lawyer who is a governor saying over his dead body, will he agree for the what's it called, judiciary to have their autonomy to collect their money direct? He's a governor of Rivers State. Wike is a lawyer. He's saying that it's over his dead body. Will he accept it? That itself is a corruption. Even though we know in our constitution that local governments are supposed to have their own autonomy. But you see, governors are saying no, and we, the citizens, we are saying, you federal government, you cannot be controlling the local, the state government to give autonomy to local government. The constitution says so. Even those things that have been outlined in the constitution, our governors, they are not doing it. We are not only there accountable. Instead, we want to face the president. The problem of fixing new constitution, it lies on the legislative arm of government, which is in our doorstep.
Mr. Joseph,
it's not in federal government. It's not in Abuja. It's in our doorstep in each of our states, which
Mr.
we can rise up against.
Mr. Joseph,
I'm here, sir.
Brother Nice,
okay.
please hold on. We have Brother Chris right here with us. Brother Chris, good evening to you. How are you doing today, sir? Brother Chris, are you there with us? Okay, Brother Chris is not ready, but he's right there with us. So, Brother Nice, go ahead with your question to Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, Mr. Joseph, your explanation is a bit flu. I cannot. Everything is very random. It's not too clear to me. I don't know if the rest people understand. What I'm trying to.
Where do you want me to clear you, sir?
I ask you one question now. I say, what do you want Nigerians to do? Because the election is just close. The election is close by. Do you want Nigerians to vote the same people that these people that is recycling themselves, or do you want us to rally around the new fresh brain, new youth, so that we can still try that person if he can change this system for us? Because we are tired of these people. What do you want us to do now?
Tell you the truth?
Say it.
If I tell you the truth, you will not take it because you think I'm biased. Now, let me tell you, I've said it in this program before. It is not when election want to come like a year and 6 months to, or 2 years to, you will be say you are preparing for election. Let me tell you, I've been a financial secretary of a ward before. Election, once election finish, just like somebody said in the past when he speak in this place just now, when the person spoke, if election finish, politicians started preparing immediately for another election undergroundly. He also asked a question. You as a person, do you think that Sowore is follower all over Nigeria? Do you think they can even represent his own agent in each polling unit?
No, we can't
His
downgrade
followers
people
are
like
not.
that. Mr.
No,
Joseph, we can't downgrade people like that.
followers, like what I'm telling you now, what I'm
Let
trying
me
to
gi-
tell
let
you.
me let me
Each
reply
polling
them,
unit,
Bakevelli. Let me reply them.
each polling unit, let me tell
This
you,
this
each polling
this
unit,
man, wait, brother, listen. You people always look down on Sowore. Most of you, if you people are speaking, you people don't speak with the mindset of open mindset. You understand? I don't know what is happening to our youth. Okay, look
sir,
at this
I
man.
told you before.
Wait,
I
wait.
told you before. We are
Look at
not
Manuel
here.
Macron.
Listen, we are not
Manuel
here to
Macron.
condemn
Wait.
ourselves. If you want to ask me
France.
question, ask me. I ask you, do you want me to tell you the truth? You say yes. If I tell you,
But
you say I'm
you are
biased.
not answering. You are
This is
not
my
answering me
opinion.
direct.
Let me tell you, this is
you are
my
saying
opinion. You
random
cannot force
things.
my opinion. Let me tell you, if you have any question, ask me, I will answer you. It is my opinion. You can't force me for that.
I asked you. You did not reply me direct. You are saying
I
random
want
things,
to reply
which is
you.
not
You will
clear.
not give me time. You are attacking me.
Brother Nice, let him reply you now, please.
You
Go
will not
ahead.
let me reply you. You are attacking me.
Mr. Joseph, go ahead. Respond and reply to him now. Thank you, sir.
I have told you before. If an election start, if it end, once election end, the preparation for another election start immediately, undergroundly. I ask you a question again. Do you think Sowore have that follower that will represent him as an agent, not even as a voters now, as an agent in all the polling units in Nigeria? Why I ask you that question is this. In the last election, the vote you get represent your followers in every election. Now, in the last election, what was his vote?
Israel, I bet you feel answer that.
Okay, Mr. Sunday, I get what you're trying to say, but the fact is, if you look at this, I'm trying to talk on the merit. I'm just trying to be fair here, because my own is I don't support a system where a situation where we kind of use our words to suppress the voters, which are the people who are supposed to vote. You are right in one case, but on the other hand, you cannot determine what has metamorphosed ever since that led to this person coming back again to say, well, this thing is not right. All based on the fact that there's injustice in the system, and the system is not right, and the younger generations are suffering, and that is what metamorphosed into this thing. So if you look at the polls from the other side, you might be right. But if you look at it compared to these days, that what we are seeing now, his polls might rise. So we should not just say because it got 1,000 from this side, then tomorrow it cannot grow.
Mr. Israel, let me tell you, if I have to give my vote, I don't care not to give it. I will give it to Sowore as a young person. My vote will also count if I am opportune to give my vote. Now, it's not about individual. Let me tell you something. I am not against Sowore as a person. Sowore can be coming at every 4 years just to gain recognition, because charity begins at home. You understand? A little drop of water make an ocean. I am not faulting that Sowore is coming out every 4 years to contest. He have that right. It's his constitutional right. He can be coming out every 4 years and be gaining recognition. One day he can be president. These people you see that are president today did not just come out one day and start be president. They start contesting. Buhari is a testimony of that. They start contesting before they become president, because it tells you what it takes to become president in Nigeria. Even though Buhari
Mr.
come from
Joseph,
the north,
Mr.
where the
Joseph,
vote
Mr. Joseph,
is
Mr. Joseph,
much.
sorry to cut you short there. You see, when you just said that is the way, like the way you said it was, this is how to become president in Nigeria. Now, my question is that I always come in to use the fairness here. Regardless if it's Showore, if it's anybody or Dele Momodu or anybody from the APC or the PDP, let us look at the fact that it has not actually helped us in a way. We should always try to see if a person who is coming or anyone that is vying for it, we should let it be a kind of an open place for people to try their plight, so that the people, as the candidate can try their plight, so that the people, which are the voters, to know where to put their vote. Because the way we say is the way it is in Nigeria, it is still boils down to weaponizing this kind of system to play on again. We should be fair to say, let them go and try themselves. Let them come and present whatever they have to the people. Because if we are saying that it's a government of the people by the people, it is the people that determines whoever wants to be there. And the reason why you and I are crying is that because the system has not been just to the people. And this is where we should be careful on how we place our argument, because otherwise it's either going to be on one side or it's going to be on everyone. So that is my own way. Then that is my projection here, because I'm trying to make sure that people must hear the resources these people are placing on ground, other than just say this is how the system has been designed, let's just follow it. Do you understand me, Mr. Sunday?
Of course.
I am not saying we should follow how the system is being designed. If you hear me clearly, when I started, I said the constitution have to be changed. Somebody asked me, how do we change it? I said we have to go to our House of Rep, House of Senate member. The problem is in our doorstep. We are the problem as a people, not the leaders that are there. That is what I start saying.
Right.
I am not saying that we should follow the system that is on ground.
With
that system, Nigeria cannot get better. If you like, vote Showore. Those people who are PDP in APC, they will still decamp and meet Showore and spoil that system with Showore. It cannot do it alone. We are the people supposed to do it.
Joseph Sunday, thank you, and I appreciate every one of you, Brother Nice, Midwest Republic, Mr. Imawodo, my brother Israel, Mr. Chris. I appreciate every one of you for your time. I wouldn't want us to stretch this so much, but although tomorrow I will have a debate, but I'm not going to be the one that will be moderating that. It's going to be a par. Mr. Monday will be here. So by 11 a.m., so that we all can join him as well and stretch this more a little bit. On this particular one, yes, everyone has contributed their mind. I think we all are on the same track, but in a different dimension. So, of course, we are fighting for the same thing. We all know that the biggest problem we have in Nigeria is the system. If the system is not restructured, we are going to continue to complain and complain and complain and remain in the same place where we are right now. So, my people, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Let's round up right now. I'll be giving everybody one minute so that we can round up. Please, everybody, respect your 1 minute and let's just round up. And starting with Brother Nice. Brother Nice, please talk to us in 1 minute.
Yeah, what I have nothing much to say, is to tell every Nigerians to go and take your PVC, make up your mind to vote someone of your choice, because I don't want to hear any excuse after this election. I don't want Nigerian begging on social media, calling on diaspora when they have government. So I don't want noise. They should vote the right person. That's all.
Thank you. You said it all. You know, if they vote the wrong person, they should dwell with the wrong person till the next 8 years. That's it. Midwest Republic, please talk to us, sir. 1 minute.
Thank you very much, sir. So what I want to contribute is this. I just agree almost 100% with our brother, Joseph Sunday. Our problem is not individual. It is the system that we are designed to feed the country. But however, having the opportunity to enrich few. And those few are not super rich. Because they have the wealth, they control the entire country. So that is the greatest challenges that we have. However, I always tell my people, as my name carry Midwest people, if you fall into that region, always preach for peace and unity among the ethnic nationality that make up that area. Nigeria cannot work and is not going to work the way it was designed. It was designed upon the blood of our ancestors, and we need to wake up and start asking ourselves, how? Who are we? Where are we being? Where are we coming from? So ability to search for it and what happened to our ancestors, the blood of the resistance that they did for us, then we will become people that the world once recognized as a great people. The Benin people cannot continue to say Showole is only the solution or this one. We done free and fair election that brought Jonathan to power. We did free and fair election that brought Buhari to power. And look at where we are today. And look at Agboyima. He gave a good example. When he was in PD, he talked very good, EBS or something like that. Now he's not representing us. What has he done for his constituency? Nothing. So we need to understand that this country was not designed to even help anybody. If you're opportunity to have the money, you help yourself and your family. Thank you. I think I will stop there. So thank you.
Mr. Imawodo, please talk to us. 1 minute, sir.
All right, thank you, everybody. Just to summarize what I said in my first opportunity that I was given, why we are actually clamoring for the 2023 election, and I want us to also look at the candidates very well. It is not enough to come and tell us you fight corruption. It's not enough to come and tell us you change Nigeria. It's not enough to come and tell us you give us electricity. How are you going to do it? That is what we should be looking at for. Okay, because I don't think all these politicians that are coming out today, I don't think there's any new thing that they are going to tell us that we've not heard before, including Showore. There is no new thing that they will tell us that we have not heard before. Okay, they have been telling us they will change Nigeria, they will give us light, they will give us road, they will do heaven ahead. But up till now, we've not gotten it. So why they are telling us all this thing again, we still need to question them. How are you going to do it? You will give us electricity. How? You will give us good road. How? You will change the country. You fight corruption. How? So until we actually listen to how they are going to do this, we will not be able to get the best from these candidates that will be coming on. And also, I want to just say this, Mr. Najawa. If we are here, you have not actually watched Kisley Mogalo. Okay, I have listened to him. I just pray he come out. If he come out 2023, I'm sure Professor Kisley Mogalo is going to get my vote. If you listen to him, the interview he granted China recently, we discovered that man actually have enough to change this country. I just pray he should get the opportunity to become the president of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Imagodo. I'll be going to Mr. Joseph Sunday. Please, sir, 1 minute. Talk to us. We have someone on the
Thank you,
phone.
Mr. Najawash. Like I've always said, it is somebody you send message that you will ask if the message go wrong or go right, how the message went. Let us always look at the right person and ask a question, not looking at the wrong person and asking a question where we cannot get answer. Because if I send House of Rep or House of Senate message to Abuja and I'm asking Buhari to come and give me answer, it is very sure that I can never get that answer. And where I will get that answer is in my doorstep. I'm looking for it in Abuja. So let us think towards our back and see that we don't need to be covering for our people. We need to be asking questions like, we send you there. Why is it that like a bee that will bring database, none of them can all speak it out? None of them. Out of 360 something House of Rep member, we have 109 Senate. None of them can speak about it. 109. None of them can speak about it. Why are we not asking questions? Only database we address a lot in all we are talking about now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Joseph, before I come back to Mr. Israel, I would like Mr. Pius from the phone to talk to us. How are you doing today, sir? Good evening to you. Happy weekend.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. How are you doing today? Good evening to you.
May God bless you. May God bless every brother that is there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for everything you are doing, sir. May God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the only something I have for you to say now, I've been listening since I've been with you from the beginning. It's only yesterday I just watched some video where they were talking yesterday. I see that video later part, but my spirit was not happy.
I don't really want to discuss that video they talk about,
Yes,
sir.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I pray for you.
Yeah.
I pray for you. I pray for you. Understand?
Thank you.
I use Psalm 35. I use Psalm 91 to pray for you.
Thank you.
That anybody that want to bring you down, they will go down in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Because we know that you are the Moses of our time. You are the Moses that God has sent to set and do people free. The evil people, they are not happy. They would like to fight against you, but they're not fighting against you. They are fighting against God because your mind is clean. Hand is clean. Whatever any weapon a man or woman will throw against you, that weapon will revert back to that person in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Because you are covered with the blood of Jesus. You are surrendered with the power of the Holy Ghost. No weapon, no anywhere they will gather, whether in the day, whether in the night, whether in the evening, anywhere, whether in the mountain, whether in the river, whether under the river or above the heavens, they will never succeed in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You will continue flying as you have been flying. No one will ever overtake you, and so shall he be in the mighty name of Jesus Christ.
Thank you very much,
sir.
God bless
for
you,
the
sir.
work God has given you to do for Edo people, sir. Don't be discouraged.
We can never be discouraged, sir. We are fighting land grabbers, and land grabbers are fighting back. That's it. That's the only answer to that. They are fighting back, and we know they will fight back, but we are ready for them. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. I so much appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir.
I always use Psalm 91, Psalm 35. Always read those two Psalm 91 and Psalm 35. I always read it.
Okay, sir.
We'll see what God is going to do. Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you, Mr. Pius. God bless you too. Thank you. All right. I'll go back to my brother, Mr. Israel. Please round up with us.
Thank you, Nigeria. Thank you very much, everyone that has contributed. First of all, I have to say, government as an institution of a state, it simply means the machinery through which the will of a state is formulated and attained. My fellow Nigerians, my fellow Edos, if we must elect a person that we all want, we should be ready, and we all should galvanize ourselves. We should not be using the sentiment. We should be straight and look for what we want. And we cannot be bringing these people just because we are bringing them for bringing sake. They should be ready to place their resources on ground to channel good governance. In all, I say, let us try and put the right people in governance to enjoy the dividends of democracy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you all. Yes, my people, we are rounding up right here. I'm going to use the opportunity to let everybody know that we all, it's not just one person that is fighting this fight. We all must come together to fight this fight. Listen, guys, like I've always said, and I'll repeat it again, none of us is going to live forever. What do you want to be remembered for matters so much. You know, when you look at the faces of these devilish governments, in most cases, you know the truth, but you wouldn't want to talk about it. Trust me, if you know the truth, always talk about it, because none of us is going to live forever. I appreciate you all. Let's continue to do what we're doing. Let's continue to tackle this government the way we'll be doing all this while. And people, now we'll round up on this particular video. I appreciate every one of you. Fingers crossed. We'll be coming back again tomorrow morning, because I'm not sure about this evening anymore. But remember to share our videos before you go, or if you are right here, you have not shared, please help us to share, so that others can know what we all are talking about right here. Take care, my people. Have a good evening and bye for now.
Naija Wash, as you they open their nyash, so that they fight back land grabbers.
Yes, so that they fight back because I don't hear they say that they are not paying some lunatics on social media to be talking, to be talking and talking but we don't care about that. I want everyone to hold me against my word on this channel. Anything that is outside this channel, that is not me. Whatever I say here, and I stand by it. Land grabbers, as long as we live, I will continue to be against land grabbers. That's it. Nothing can change that.
Their nyash must open. They not get choice.
Of course, that's what we are doing. We don't hate anyone, but I wouldn't use my platform to promote anybody that is causing my fellow Edo people pains. It's not going to work like that. So we're going to continue to expose them until our great king and our government react to it to help us all out from this. And we know somehow someday our prayers will be answered. Our king and our Edo state government will act to it. Land grabbers will become thing of the past. In the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you, my people. Have a good evening and good night for now.
All right. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, my brother.
I'm